The idea behind relationship consulting is this: learn what it takes to give yourself the best possible chance at a successful love relationship. Whether it's by learning how to identify goals and behaviors in dating that will help you choose the best possible mate, learning how to lay the groundwork for a successful new relationship, or learning the skills and behaviors that show up time and time again in happy relationships, relationship consulting can go a long way in preparing you for the positive results in your present or maybe even your future love relationship. And best of all, it can all be done from your home, your office, or wherever you have high-speed internet access. Now, much of what is seen in couples counseling is the absence of basic skills that set up the overall atmosphere for a relationship. Unfortunately, people often wait years to come into counseling, and at that point, the level of contempt and hatred and anger and resentment has built up so much that even the best therapist would have a hard time getting the couple to learn what it takes to rebuild the love that they lost, and the relationship can often become toxic as a result. And the outcome of these toxic relationships isn't just a divorce or a painful breakup, but often the belief that love, monogamy, marriage, and relationships just don't work for us human beings, which just isn't true. Unfortunately, toxic relationships occur so frequently that this belief is just running rampant in Western society. Now, we believe that people should not wait until there's a problem to learn how to maintain the love that started the relationship. By teaching our trainees the skills that us therapists teach our clinical clients before there is ever an issue that actually requires clinical intervention, we hope to show them how to set up the foundation for a relationship that can last as long as the universe will permit them to have it. So, how do we do it? It all starts with a screening process that's designed to ensure that only individuals who would benefit from our services will be recommended to work with us. By using 2 assessment tools and 1 short interview, a consultant will determine whether or not they feel that our services are right for a candidate. Afterward, the client, or trainee as we like to call them, follows the program set forth by the service that they've decided to go with. Through regularly scheduled consulting sessions, emails, homework assignments, and recommended readings, a trainee will learn not only what makes a good relationship work, but also about themselves and what good and bad things they bring to the relationship table. Now, once the program is complete and the trainee demonstrates mastery of the material, they can opt to end services or continue with periodic coaching sessions that we like to call re-up sessions. Also, if a trainee wishes to end services before the program is complete, they may do so at any time. With respect to the material covered in the training programs, we base our methods on literature and materials from researchers and theorists like John Gottman, Harville Hendrix, and Paul Ekman. Now, we also design some of our own materials to help trainees learn the material, as well as providing our trainees with coaching sessions that will help them analyze their interactions on dates, or maybe their interactions that they have every single day with the mates that they already have. Now, as far as delivering our services, we use several methods. The ideal methods would be via internet chat, something like Skype or Google Video Chat, or in person, assuming the client lives in Northern New Jersey or near Northern New Jersey and they're willing to meet in a public area. Now, if that's not doable for a person, we can have our sessions over the phone, but that doesn't exactly give you or the consultant, all the visual feedback that they would need to help speed the training along, and the training may take a little longer. Lastly, email can be used to supplement the other methods, but it's not to be used by itself since it doesn't allow for the real-time feedback that's necessary to the process. Yes, our consultants are therapists who are trained to treat individuals, couples, and families with clinical issues like depression, bipolar disorder, and marital discord. That being said, we here at Relation Consulting are currently not providing online psychotherapy. So, what's the difference between relationship consulting and psychotherapy? Let me use an analogy to break it down for you. Relationship consulting is to psychotherapy as a personal trainer at the gym is to a physical therapist that you might have to go to after you sustain a physical injury. Like a physical therapist, a counselor, a psychologist who is providing psychotherapy works on specific conditions that require clinical intervention, and they use tools and techniques that are meant to rehabilitate and alleviate symptoms. Now, relationship consulting, like personal training at the gym, is meant to teach, strengthen, and improve the overall quality of life. It's essentially a preventive measure that will hopefully equip people with the skills that should keep them out of therapy, much like personal training is meant to improve physical well-being and hopefully make it harder for people to sustain injuries that might later on require physical therapy. Also, psychotherapy is often covered by insurance companies. Relationship consulting, like personal training, is not. However, considering the time, effort, and money spent on relationships, wouldn't you rather spend a little money now to help increase your odds that your next relationship or your current relationship doesn't end up being that relationship where your investment of time, effort, and money was wasted? Anyway, if you truly want to speak with somebody regarding symptoms related to a mental health issue like depression, anxiety, or substance abuse, please seek out a qualified mental health professional in your area who can treat you face to face. If you don't know where to look, visit our mental health resource page and click on one of the links to the professional organizations that have directories of licensed clinicians in your area. While we are indeed mental health clinicians, online psychotherapy is a relatively new field that's still being defined. There are some clinicians who do indeed provide psychotherapy online through their own websites, but because of the different laws in each state regarding the provision of mental health services, we here at Relation Consulting are currently refraining from providing those services. Also, some mental health conditions are best treated in person. While video chat does give some visual feedback, it's hard to assess for certain symptoms if the person is not physically in the room with the clinician. Maybe one day we'll be able to give online psychotherapy, but until the field can provide some more concrete guidelines, we're holding off on that service.